Hi, I'm feeling good. Thank God. 7 days down, and now I'm feeling better. Um, I've been keeping track, so 7 days before that, I was doing okay. And then 9 days before that, I was doing good for 9 days. So I'm just happy. I'm back again. So I want to tell you about some of the things I did, some of the places I went in my second marriage when I was married to Mark. Um, First of all, I'm wearing this hat because it's my souvenir hat from the Atlanta Olympics 1996, and I worked for Holiday Inn Worldwide. They were a sponsor. So I got free tickets and I got some discount tickets for my family, and I got to, well, they had a drawing, a lottery to get to carry the torch, and my girlfriend actually won. So she was so kind to let me take pictures with the torch and wearing her outfit, which was the same outfit that Muhammad Ali wore to light the cauldron. And so that was a great memory. And I did get to, I went to the relay with my daughter. Another great memory. I have pictures. I didn't pull them out, but I should have. Um, Maybe another time I'll pull out those pictures. So the ones I went to, the best one I'll start with was the triathlon, I think it's called, track and field. They had all the different races. It was outdoors in the stadium. They had the long jump, the discus, the what do they call it when they jump over the thing, the goal with the big stick. Forget what they call that. Um, they had all those javelin, a whole bunch of different things. I think it might be the one of the best ones to go to because there was so many different events. It was all at one after the other. Um, it was awesome. It was really good. Beautiful day, and I actually got to see Michael Jordan win the gold and was right up front during the ceremony, got pictures. It was great. Sad thing is, the last event I went to was men's high diving, and I took a girlfriend. I got a ticket for a girlfriend who was my neighbor, and we went and had a good time. But bummer was that something didn't seem right. Something wasn't right with my camera that day. Um, and I was messing around with the camera. She said, "Let me see it." And I gave it to her, and she opened it and exposed the film. So I lost all my Olympic pictures. Bummer. But I have the memories, and they won't go away because I'm putting them on YouTube. So the other things I went to was the equestrian was really cool. That was a fun day. I went with Mark and who I'm calling my husband, and got two extra tickets for two of his friend from work and the wife. So we went to pick them up, and they had a little brunch for us and some mimosas, and then driving to the event, which was in Conyers, Georgia, which is out in the country, just a little ways out, past Stone Mountain, past Atlanta, and driving out there, uh, the other lady and I had to go to the bathroom really bad, between the coffee and mimosas. Uh, we said, "You got to stop." So we held it as long as we could. Then they pulled over to a convenience store. Well, there was a lot of traffic. That was part of the reason we couldn't hold it. Um, Everybody's going to this event, and So we get to the convenience store. We want to go to the bathroom. There's a big long line for the ladies' room. There was even a line for the men's room. And so we said, well, let's go around back and, see if we could go behind a bush or something. So we went around back, and the whole back of the building was a big line of women peeing. Never saw anything like this before. It was hysterical, and they were all laughing, and everybody was going. There was like 20 women peeing up against the building in the back of the, it was crazy. So, Olympic stories. um, the other one, what else did I go to with him? Those two, triathlon and equestrian, is what I went to with Mark. High dive with my friend, and then the kids, I got tickets so all the kids could go to something. So my daughter and her boyfriend, I think fiance, they went to the rowing, which was at the on the Chattahoochee River. Chattahoochee River goes all the way around the city of Atlanta, and north and south of there. And the whole around the river, it's a nature preserve along the whole river bank. So that's one of the nicest things about Atlanta also. So they went there, and my boys, the twins, I got them tickets for basketball, and they had their great adventure. They went, just the two of them, they were teenagers, they in high school, and they went for the first time, just the two of them, on MARTA, the train, down to downtown Atlanta to that. And Jerry got to go to wrestling. I think his dad went with him. And I can't remember if Justin went to any event. I don't think he wanted to, but he did go to Centennial Park. Now I don't remember, was that the opening or closing? I think it was a closing ceremony. He was there. You know, he was also just a teenager, and I think he was supposed to be home like at 11 or something. We wanted him home a certain time. I think it was 11. And he actually did leave to get home at a good time, and he left before the bombing happened. And he was right there, close to the stage. He could have been there. I mean, good thing, he respected his curfew and came home and, didn't have to be there for the bombing. So I think that's about the extent of my Olympic stories. So cool that I was able to do that. Okay, I got another hat coming up. Another awesome event I went to with my husband. Evander Holyfield fought at the Georgia Dome. We had really good tickets. Really good tickets. I could see the sweat, beads of sweat like popping off of him, that close. We were really good seats. And Denzel Washington was right up there. He had a really cool, like iridescent green suit on, and I got to see him really up close. We took a limo. Mark hired a limo, and it was he and I and our daughter, my daughter. He fixed her up on a date with a young guy that was working for him, and Jerry came with us. I don't remember Justin coming with us, and I have a picture of us before we got in the limo, and he wasn't in the picture. So I don't think he came, and I don't know why. Maybe he did come and just missed the picture, but I can't remember that. I do remember I got a kick out of Jerry. He was a fun kid always. And because you know, the way he was just I don't know the word. He just was had a lot of confidence, like his dad. And I know his dad used to say to the kids and to me even, he used to say, you know, when you go to a new place, if you feel uncomfortable or whatever, um, just pretend you own it, you know, act like you own it. And that works pretty good. You know, it's worked for me a few times, and he was acting like it that night. I mean, he was just walking around and like looking for maybe to find somebody he knew and just walking up and down the aisles and around the ring. And I mean, he was just having the time of his life. It was really nice memory. So, those are two things that we did in Atlanta. Um, Okay, now I'm going to start going out of Atlanta to other things that we did, okay? So right now I'm going to show you my shirt I'm wearing. Let's see. Can you see the logo on there? Mar-a-Largo. I went there. We went there. We stayed there. Spent a night there at Donald Trump's house. Yep, that was pretty cool. He was able to go. You had to be a member of the Mar-a-Lago club to stay there, and his boss was a member, and his boss invited us to go as guests, and we went with another couple who worked there, and it was awesome. You know, not like a hotel at all. You go in through the gates, and you know it's just a big mansion, and um, you sign in. Uh, it's not like a hotel. We got our rooms, you know, it's inside. It's like a house. It's just like a beautiful big mansion, you know, with all this, I don't know, it's antique furniture or antique replicas. I couldn't tell the difference. But, I mean, because everything's real shiny and, you know, everything's perfect. Um, but, you know, the old style, dark mahogany furniture. And, our room was awesome. We had a bathroom, and uh, what we found out was the other couple was in an adjoining room, and we found that out. I don't remember if we were sharing a bathroom. I think we were sharing the bathroom, and we discovered, you know, that we were right there together. So that was cool. And then we started to feel at home. So we said, you know, it's like, let's just walk around and explore this place, you know? So we said, yeah, and we started walking around. And the one guy, the other guy uh, that was with us, when we decided to take a walk around the place, he was wearing his boxers. He was like, you know, I told you, I think he was going to come into the bathroom. He had already taken his pants off. He had his boxers on, but he still had his shirt on. And he was barefoot. And I remember, um, you know, the rest of us were already dressed. He was like half undressed. We just started walking around and, you know, like we owned the place, right? We were guests. We just started walked around and it was cool. And then the morning went down and had breakfast and lunch down there in the dining room, which was like a fancy restaurant, kind of. Um, and walked around the grounds and spent, you know, part of the day there. And we had to leave in that late afternoon, I think it was, that we left. But they were setting up Celine Dion to play that night when we were leaving. So that was a cool memory down there in West Palm Beach, I think it is, where that house is, Mar-a-Largo. Um, he was not there. We asked if Donald was there, and they said no. So, um, what else? Okay, so I will move on. Um, Other places that we went. Okay, another hat. Okay, this is Nassau, Bahamas. Um, we stayed at the Atlantis. Um, it was with Mark's job. We went in January. It was like an award or something because he was, top sales. And so we stayed at the Atlantis, which is a really famous, fancy resort. Kind of reminded me a little bit like of Disney World or something, very, very touristy. And, you know, they had uh aquarium kind of thing with like you went walk through like an aquarium and beautiful beach. And when we got there they had Bahama Mamas for us, and it was all really nice, beautiful, um, awesome. But we went in January, which was not as warm as I wanted it to be. You know, um, I expected it to be warmer. It was a little chilly for me, uh, but it was all good. It was beautiful and great experience. So we also went to Miami one time. I told you because I worked at Holiday Inn, I was able to get employee discount. We went to Miami once. Um, I believe it was on vacation. We stayed in the Holiday Inn right on the beach, I think. Um, and that was cool. And we went to the Biltmore. Um, I was there twice. The second time I brought my daughter. Um, yeah, I went with Mark twice. Uh, and Biltmore in North Carolina, Asheville, that's awesome. If you haven't been, you need to go there. It's just a big old mansion, like a castle, actually, and beautiful gardens, beautiful grounds, and they have restaurant there and everything. And um, that was cool. We stayed at the Pine Grove Inn there, uh, which is a real old um, hotel with the biggest fireplace I ever saw in my life. And then where else do we go? We went to Nashville and stayed at the Opryland Hotel. And I gotta say, I really was not into the country music. I mean, I can stand it better now. Kind of like it a little bit now, even maybe. But back then, I had no tolerance for country music, and we had like third row seats for Charlie Daniels Band. I couldn't take it. I had to leave. I really couldn't take it. I mean, I told Mark and I didn't even want to go in the first place, but he really wanted me to go, so I went, and I think I stayed to the third song, and I just, I mean, I something was just going against me there. Couldn't do it. And he was disappointed, but he was not mad at me. Um, I gotta say, I don't remember us ever having a big argument. We did definitely argue about some things, but I never remember him staying mad at me ever, even for a short period of time. Um, Maybe he just held it in. I don't know. But where else did we go? Let's see. I took him to New Jersey to my class reunion. I think it was the 25th class reunion. Um, he played golf, I think. He played golf. I'm not sure. He might have played golf with the my classmate men that play golf. I don't know. I know they do that all the time. I think he might have went with them. I know that he did talk to some of my friends, and that was kind of cool at the time. Um, he actually went to I don't know if he was buying a suit or getting a suit or altered or I don't know what he was doing, buying a tie or something. But he went to he used to go to Men's Warehouse, bought a lot of his clothes there. So he went there and he ran into a guy that he said he ran into a guy, he's just a friendly guy, and he starts chit-chatting, that he was going to his wife's reunion that night, and he ran into a guy who said that he was going to a reunion that night, and it was my friend who I grew up with, who I played with since I was a little kid, so he met him there, and anyway, that was good. That was good, fun time. And I, of course, showed him around where I used to live and everything. Um, let's see, East Coast, where else did we go? Can't think of anything else right now. I took him also to California, where I used to live, and showed him around the area that I used to live, and brought him to my friend Leanne's house, and he got to meet her, and I think he met some of my other friends. I don't remember too clearly. I definitely remember going to Leanne's house. Then we went to San Francisco, went to Fisherman's Wharf there and rode the trolley cars and stayed at the Holiday Inn downtown. That was awesome. And then on a different trip, I'm pretty sure it was a different trip, unless we went off there by ourselves after this other trip, but it was a business trip. Opryland, I think, was a business trip also. When he got to go on a business trip that was a cool place, he would bring me. So we went to Napa Valley, and that was another one like a award trip or something. It was him and the top salespeople from his job and the president of the company and all. And we stayed a few days, and we did the tour of Napa Valley on a bus, and went to all the wineries in Napa Valley, and that was really cool. There was a lot of them, or some of them, have like art galleries and different things, like kind of like museums and stuff, and lots of good wine. So we did that, and where else did we go? Las Vegas. I think that was just vacation time, but he was real. He had actually studied the odds. He had read books about the odds of gambling, and he was good at it. So we went to Las Vegas, and I saw him win on the craps table $800 in a very short period of time, like maybe 15 minutes. He won $800, and I had all the chips I could hold in my purse, and his pockets were full, and we left the table. But that was a good time, and maybe that's all. I don't know, but as you could see, we did a lot and had a lot of fun. That's enough for now. See you next time.